again working on the former FD car. I don't really have a name for this one. DC1 is actually what we call it, DC1. Today we're doing the trans tunnel stuff. Kelly's out there cutting the trans tunnel off of a different car so we can fill in that entire gap there. No more rocks and trees and stuff coming through there when I drive down the road. Let's go see what this guy's up to. What happened?
Dude, you should have been here like 5 minutes ago. Jesse saw it. I pulled the carpet up and like 6 inches from my hand is a big old black widow.
A black widow?
Big old black widow. Ask him. It was there. It's scary, man. Now I'm just like cutting and going and hoping to God. No my spider, please. I am
Are
terrified.
You gonna cut the trans tunnel with a razor blade?
Yes.
Sick.
It's a 240. This is no problem. Holy moly, dude. I'm so scared.
You think there's more?
I do. It was big enough to be a mother.
Hmm.
Big fat mama.
Black widows are male.
No. That's sexist. Female black widows suck just as much as male black widows.
So this is the car we're taking it out of. This car's got a long history. I bought this one in Cedar City. I sold it to Mike Larson. Someone crashed into him. I bought it back. Somehow it was running with a hole in the block. And now we started cutting it apart. So it's lived a terrible life. And now it's giving one of its kidneys to save its fellow brother.
Hello, kidney donor.
Jesse! What's up?
This thing's not moving anymore.
Uh-oh. Maybe I got welding slag on the end. We were going to take the master cylinder for the handbrake and put it in the other one so it can be an inline. And apparently I set him up for failure. Is that what you're saying?
No, just
Oh.
need something more heavy duty than this.
I think we can arrange that. You got it!
You got it?
No, you got it.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, it is. That dirty old thing.
You reckon she gonna fit? You just cut the cat shield
I'm not gonna get under the car.
with the spiders.
Yeah, dude. No.
That's the tool of the day right there.
Yeah. Milwaukee. It says Jake's okay.
I know why the handbrake wasn't working. This has been sitting in there for quite a while. And it must have had something in it. I don't remember putting fluid in it, but there must have been something because it is nasty. It looks like cheese or something.
Jeez.
And so the piston isn't retracting with the spring in there. It's just like rusted all the way in. And so we were trying to bleed the handbrake. And I'm like, it feels really weird. It's not working. But I didn't realize it was this bad. And then I took the lid off and it's got some nasty stuff in there. I know these are rebuildable, so I'm not going to throw it away, but like, I'm having trouble getting that rust broken free and the piston retracting. I'll probably just soak it in PB Blaster and come back to it in a few years. You think that's funny, Kelly?
Y-E-A-R-S?
Yeah, years.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be alive in a few years.
Calm yourself, my friend. Good as new. Just kidding. The smell of this is like really, really bad. And when I was cleaning it out, I got some on my shirt, so that's how my day's going now. Take it easy.
This is what happens when you overcook pancakes on a cast iron skillet. This is exactly Can you cooperate?
So, I got the fans working. Super cool. Turn them on. Fans in the back. Fan test. Yep. Hurricane, both sides. And the best part, I got these two oil cooler fans up front that also cool the intercooler. Boom. Actually does a good job on the intercooler. So, yeah, that's pretty rad. Ah.
We gotta fix that, Brandon.
Trans tunnel's finally going. Look at this beautiful masterpiece that Kelly made. There's a little bump in the trans, so he made a little bump in the trans cover. And it's an OEM Nissan piece, so it actually contours pretty well. We got about a 1-inch overlap right there, so it's gonna, you know, overlap. So that's rad. And then we're just literally gonna, the floor's kind of tweaked because it's been cut so long and been hammered up and down, and so it's not a perfect fit, but we can use this as a template to kind of like reshape the floor. So we'll tack this how it fits, and if there's low spots, we'll just hammer them up from the bottom. And then, I mean, really we can bend both those sides a little bit to raise up the trans tunnel to fit the new trans. Like, it's just brilliant. Instead of building a whole sheet metal trans, we got a stock piece from another cut up 240. I guess that's the benefit of owning 20 240s and having one that's completely totaled. Well, really we have two that's completely totaled, so I got a backup trans tunnel. Anyways, more welding.
Hey, what are you doing?
Look at this trans tunnel, man. It's a work of art. Kelly formed this by hand on the English wheel.
On the what?
The English wheel.
What is that?
You never seen the?
I've seen it, but
Who's the biker guys that yell at each other?
Shut
up, kid!
West Coast Chopper?
Yeah,
Is that
something
right?
like that. Yeah, or
Yeah,
Jesse
yeah.
James. That
Yeah. Yeah, oh
Those
god.
guys, they have the English wheel. They make bike fenders out with the wheel. You roll the metal and it goes.
Okay.
That's what Jesse did all by himself.
Yes.
Kelly.
Oh man, dude. That's pretty good, man. How did you do oh gosh, I don't know. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. He did a good job. Dang. Alright.
Who?
Jesse. Yeah.
So the transmission tunnel is looking pretty good. It's pretty much all welded in. We're gonna do some seam sealer and some spray paint. I mounted the EMU black up there where the AEM used to be. That's where the switch panel is gonna sit. After the dashboard's in, it actually fits nicely with the trim and everything. But what I'm working on right now, for some reason I have this old ASD with a short handle, and I definitely can't deal with a short handle. This is the pink handle I've had around for years. I swap it between cars. I've had it on, I think, my IS300. I had it on my other S13, and it's a Harbor Freight jack handle that's been powder coated pink. But I decided to modify it for this car. What I've done is I usually slip it over the handbrake like this, and it kind of sits floppy. But you can see I pinched the end here to make it so it's not perfectly round. But this one I notched it so it slips over the bottom here. And it fits on there pretty nicely. See that? The notch. But it's a little bit loose. So I'm going to take it on my favorite vise and pinch it a little bit more in hopes that it holds a little bit tighter on that aluminum handle. This vise is definitely my favorite. It's a pretty good pinch. Let's go check that. Alright, so this is basically exactly what I wanted. I've already tapped it on a little bit. It's not all the way on, but it can definitely be hammered all the way until it sits flush. See if that'll get that shot. Yeah, perfect. Just what I wanted. Hopefully I don't need to get it off. That'll be kind of tricky. We plan on building a little box that comes up around here. I got this fancy piece from Justin Pollock. He had it laying around, and it's made for this. So we'll build a box that comes up and allows us to mount this right to it. That'll make it look extra fancy. And I think that's it for tonight. We've got a lot to do tomorrow. Oops, I left the gauges on. Oh, also, for some reason, these gauges are only getting 9.8 volts. No, 8.9 volts. So they're only getting 9 volts to them. I don't know why. But I was going to run my my EMU, or sorry, my ADU 7 dash off of that same power circuit, but that's not going to work. So I either try and diagnose this or just pull power from somewhere else. And based on the amount of time I have, I think I know which way I'm leaning. But that's it for tonight. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, guys. We're back at it today. Had to do some more stuff to the interior. We got the seat back in. This floor, the driver's side floor, was covered in a ton of oil. Just from years, I guess. Maybe some brake fluid, some oil, just a bunch of mystery fluid. It gets on your feet and then you slip off the pedals. And you can see I've got grip tape on the brake pedal, but the clutch pedal is not covered. So I actually remember driving this thing and my foot slipping all over the clutch, and I never really dealt with that. So we just cleaned the floor, but no matter how much I cleaned it, there's still like a little film to it. I guess it's starting to dry out. I'm getting my dirty feet in here. Maybe I'll just pour a bunch of dirt so it kind of mixes with the oil, turns into mud, then just clean the mud out. But Jesse's cleaning this side out. We're gonna vacuum the car out, blow all the dust out and stuff, and then all I have to do to put the dash in is wire up the cluster, the CAN bus, and then I think all the wiring is tucked pretty well under here. Put the dash back in and then start putting that all together. And then I'm gonna put the 3.7 differential back in the rear, so instead of a 3.5, which it currently has, will be at a 3.7. That'll help a little bit, but I think our biggest issue is going to be gearing. I called JTP. He said he would help me do the quick change tomorrow, but we're testing tomorrow, so it'll be after we test, I'll do the quick change. And so if we can get that all together, I'll throw it in untested and then show up at the track, and hopefully it works, but that's kind of still up in the air. I'm going to try and increase my odds as good as possible in making this car drive good by putting that 3.7 diff back in. Problem is we're running 295 40s, which is a tall tire, which is going to make it difficult to lower the wheel speed, right? Shorter tire is a lower wheel speed, and so I don't know, it is what it is. But like the car's about 90% good right now. I could go drive it really. We're gonna try and get on the dyno tonight and do some tuning so that it's you know, not on a sketch tune, but I really think we're gonna make about 650, 700 horsepower. This is all secret stuff. I shouldn't be talking about this before the event, but I'm just too excited. Brody's under the hood doing his specialty, making things look really cool. We got some 90s and some black dash 10 hose to that catch can. It's gonna look really tucked, and it's really like there's room down there for everything. It's gonna look really good. Dang, is that a Gen 1 shirt? That's sick. Throwback. Cool, that's gonna work really well. I ran it with the hood off with no catch can or hoses or anything, and it really wasn't blowing that much blow by. This engine's really healthy. I mean, you see a little bit of oil residue on the windshield, but not much at all for how much boost I was running and how hard we were running it. So I think that means that catch can won't need service very often. We put fresh oil in it last night, and this is for a separate video, but I did end up getting parts to do the quick change, so I'm gonna try and make that all work out. All right, guys, I'm really excited about this. Not the pizza, I'm excited about that, but I'm really excited about this box that just showed up because it contains gears for this. Super awesome. And I think we're actually gonna have time to set up this quick change. I was able to get the stuff I needed from Wout in order to make the quick change fit in the subframe. So now I gotta do the work to make it happen. But shout out to Wout at einsel.nl. He's got some really cool products for making quick changes fit, for selling quick changes, dog boxes, all that stuff in Europe. Wisefab, he is the plug for you. Make sure and check out einsel.nl, E-I-N-Z-E-L. But yeah, got a box of gears from A-Tech Motorsports, Summit Racing. These came pretty quick, and I've got a pretty good selection here, so I no longer have to borrow gears. I appreciate everyone that let me borrow gears at Clutch Kickers, but now I've got gears. Super excited. It's nice to be self-sufficient, and if someone else needs help, hopefully I can help someone else out. But having a good selection of gears in a quick change, I think, is like critical to being able to dial your car in and be the top of your game at that kind of event. So that's what I got to work on tonight, is get this thing figured out, how to put it in the subframe, get it at the right angle and everything. And the biggest challenge is going to be getting axles to fit on here. I think I'm going to try and do something with these axle adapters. Jake bought these for his Subaru, and it's not going to work for what he needs, so I'm going to try and make these work so I can fit Z32 hubs and axles in my subframe. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to go put it on the dyno tonight. Our neighbors, Horsepower Unlimited, have a dyno. We're going to put it up and see what it'll do. Clean up the track to do some real testing. All right, so we're on the dyno, and the first pull, without doing anything to the map other than what Kelly and I did on the street.
I told you it's fast.
Kelly guessed 620, 21. I guessed 560. We did, leave in the comments what you think it is. What do you think was our first boost? It's a 3576, 22 pounds, 23 pounds is what we thought. And ethanol.
We didn't have any load.
Ethanol,
Real load.
True. Ethanol and 11 to 1 and big cams.
Yeah.
Take a guess right now in the comments what you think the power was, and I'll tell you in just a second. So on our first pull so far, we were both way off. And I don't know what you guys guessed, but I'm guessing you guys were way off. I'll check the comments and see. First pull. .753 and 700 torque. That's insane. We had a little bit of a dip, so we're fixing the fueling and stuff, but like, that comes on strong. And we're at 600 horsepower at 4,500. 400 horsepower at 4,000. This thing's got good mid-range, and it's got good top end. This is like a really, really good setup. So let's do our second pull. That's the way it should run. I wouldn't leave it there. That's just my opinion though. Maybe add a little more. Still 12.5. It's like 11, 12.5 and back to 11. Yeah, but you fixed that spot. That was good. So basically right now I'm just trying to clean up. I'm not trying to go for any more power. Jesse comes over and he's like, hey, now, I need to talk to you. And I was like, what, Jesse? He's like, listen, you don't need to get greedy. You got good power. And I was like, I know. I actually went to the boost table and tried to turn it down. I don't know if the boost controller's not working or if the wastegate can't hold, but like I can't turn the boost down. And we're at 29 pounds. 317 was our max boost. 317 kPa, which is like 2.1 bar. It's insane. That's in 4th gear. So like drifting and like, you know, without a ton of load, like on a dyno, we'll probably be hitting like 1.8, 1.9 bar, but it's crazy. It's a lot of boost. So yeah, I told Jesse, I'm like, bro, I'm just like trying to smooth out the fuel map. So right now, I'm basically just watching where the dips and rises are in the fuel map and trying to smooth it out the best I can. We've really only done 2 or 3 pulls now, and I'm just using the data to clean up the map. And that's really all I wanted to do. I wanted to get numbers and make sure it's safe. And then once the fueling's all done, we'll bump the timing a little bit or lower the timing a little bit and see kind of where we're at. See if we can gain a little bit. We're at the maximum boost level. We're at like 14 degrees of timing. So with ethanol, we could probably go a little bit more, but like there's really no reason to push this car to the limit. It's going to be way faster than it needs to be already. So I'd like it to be safe. And I'd like to be able to push it like hard and hot at the track and not blow up. So.
Oh, all right, here goes nothing. Is this the right one?
No, that's not it.
Is this the right one?
That's not it.
Is this the right one, guys? Oh, it's not the right one. Okay. Well, this is a 3.5. This is a 3.7 rear end ratio. We were getting really fast wheel speed, so we're going to change it out for the 3.7 to try and lower the wheel speed for a small go-kart track because the stakes are high.
So I bought a quick change diff. We wanted to put it in. There's a lot of problems. I told you guys a little bit about it, but for one, the drive shaft is a little bit too short. That's a big problem because like we have to leave in a day and a half. Can't get the drive shaft length in that time. Maybe could do that. Haven't cut and modded the subframe yet. Haven't finished the axle spacers, adapter things, which there's little problems with those, but I think we could overcome all those. But the biggest thing that's stopping us from putting it in is the distance, I can't see, is the distance between here and the gas tank. If we put the quick change in, it will be touching the gas tank basically. It would fit, but we wouldn't be able to take it off and change the gear, so it's kind of pointless. So to do all that effort and like waste all this time and stay up super late all these nights to possibly not even have it work, maybe not, it's not worth it. So we're scrapping that. We're gonna do it properly. We got to redo the back of the car. Anyways, as Kelly said, the 3.7 is gonna be better, but with calculating our wheel speed, it is not ideal. It's gonna be like
140.
Well, that's in 4th gear.
145.
But the thing is, it's gonna be like bottom of 2nd gear, like I mean, this car will rip, but it's just gonna blow the tires off, and I'm really worried about like, you know, when you're chasing someone, like Daigo Saito's got it figured out because he drives at like 1 mile per hour faster than wheel speed. So it's like,
yeah, look at the people, man. Tell them. Like limiter, like what?
No, you're not listening to me.
No,
I'm not talking to you anymore. I'll talk to the people.
Okay. Me and Jesse are here. Brandon's here. There's diffs on the ground. Car's up in the air. What car is this? Oh, it's that car. We have a problem, Brandon. What's his problem?
Well, we don't have a problem because this car made 750 horsepower.
Oh my God.
That's not a problem.
That's a lot of problems.
But
it's a problem with this guy.
As I learned in Mike Midiet's car, horsepower is good, but if it's not harnessed, you know, like when you put a saddle on a horse and you get the things, if you don't have that, if you just bareback a horse, you're done, dude. You're done. No chance. You can't win the rodeo without a saddle and a harness.
So is this a saddle and a harness? What are you saying?
You're derailing my thing here.
Yeah, well, explain. 750
gearing.
horsepower.
Gearing is important. Gearing is important. I bought a quick change. It's not going to fit in time, and so we have to swap a diff. I have a 3.5 and a 3.7. The difference is like that. And
but it's going to help.
It's going to help. We're also using a really tall tire. We're using these 295 takeoffs. I'm giving away all my secrets before the event, but I don't really care. We're going to win anyways.
It's in 2 days. Who's going to watch this and then go to the event and be like, I know Brandon's
post it tomorrow.
I know Brandon's
The only people that are going to watch this are the guys that think they're going to win. But they're wrong, because I'm going to win.
Okay, well, we're going to change the diff, and from here on out, don't listen to anything he's wrong. This isn't helping us at all. Don't do this. Don't do this.
So I had a pretty dang good day working on this car. Got to see it make crazy horsepower, which I never imagined. Well, like I knew the car would make good power, but like just the way it all went down, and to hear that number on the very first pull after we street tuned it was just like really, really cool. And it's fast. Like I knew it was fast, but I didn't know it was that fast. So we got some 295s mounted up, thanks to Sam and Jesse for getting all these mounted up. So tomorrow we're headed to Utah Motorsports campus. We're gonna shake the car down. Bailey's gonna come help me set up the suspension. We're gonna raise the car like 3 inches, get tons of suspension travel, make this thing just drive like a pro car should drive. Like I keep saying, I'm really, really, really worried about the gearing not being proper and struggling with that. I hope I can overcome it, but I just really think that's gonna be an issue. But yeah, that's it for today. And actually, that's it for this episode. I'm gonna start a different episode tomorrow with us going to the track and whatever ends up happening there. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But oh, one last thing. I did get the cluster to work with the ECU, so I'm stoked on that. Brody's gonna mount that in the morning, so it sits in there properly. But it powers on and gives us the data display that we need. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're finally headed out to the track, and that'll be a video for another day. But car's really good. I can't wait to see how it does performing. But everything that led up to this point, super good. Things couldn't have gone much better. So I guess we'll find out how it goes. When you get a chance, go check out my merch store. The link is in the description below. That really helps out. And give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks. Bye.